and welcome to the Aquarius full super moon reading. So super excited to do this little kind of impromptu live chat. Kind of thought about it this morning. I was like, you know what? Let's do a full moon reading and let's do a live chat with that. I did do a little bit of reading over on Instagram, but I thought, you know, might have a little fun during the chat today. And also, just as an FYI, I won't be able to do the weekly collective reading this Sunday because I will be out of town. As you guys know, things are starting to kind of move along with our home situation out in the mountains. So we're going to be meeting somebody out there to kind of work on some home stuff. So won't be here, and there's no internet currently out there, so I can't really do a live chat out there. All right, but you know, I figured let's still come together. Let's do a little something. Let's pull some cards, and also I wanted to do a drawing down of the moon, a full moon ritual with you guys. Hey, Sumi. So if you're down for some witchiness, then let's go ahead and get our witchy on. All right. Okay, and by the way, if you guys don't know who I am Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and if you want to learn a little bit more about me, check out the links down below for my website, kittensweightsandtarot.com. Also, maybe check out my Patreon, my YouTube membership, Leon Mystery School, where I am the head mistress. I teach Mayan astrology over there, amongst many other fabulous subjects and teachers. I also have a desert cauldron that I am co-owner with James over at Light of Riga, and actually we are going to be using one of our desert cauldron items that we created together, this elk bone wand with a skull sight sphere that I think is going to be perfect for drawing down the moon. Hey butterfly, good evening. Yay, Lily, hello. All right, so I mean, I wish you guys could see the floor right now because I have so much stuff here so that we could do ritual, so that we could pull down some cards, so we could draw down the moon, and have ourselves a good time while we honor this full moon SBAT. Okay, so first I want to say it's a little warm, so I'm just excuse me while I fan myself. Beautiful, how are you? Edgar says, hey you, how's the amazing tarot today? I am doing fabulous. By the way, how many of you guys are feeling this full moon energy? I will say that I had a restless sleep, which is not normal for me. Usually as soon as I close my eyes, you have about 30 seconds, or I have about 30 seconds before I'm dead to the world, until morning, till the sun comes up. But so it was highly unusual for me to have restless sleep. I got up around like 2 a.m. and then I don't think I fell asleep till about 4. And then today I was like super high energy, like I couldn't stop bouncing and dancing to the music that's in my head. And then at a certain point, I just passed out. I took myself a little nap ski. But now I feel good. James made a delicious dinner. We had some burritos, and then we had a really nice root chakra smoothie, which I posted on our Desert Cauldron Instagram. So maybe go check it out. So yeah, feeling really good. I'm ready to do this. Let's do this, homies. Let's see. Sheldon, hey, says, did y'all miss me? We sure did. Mimi, Lulu, and me said, it's so nice to catch you live. I've had a few Rainbow Bridge readings with you for my pugs. Oh, that's right. This says, I'll be booking you again soon. So nice to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh. Ricky says, hello, sister. It's been a long time. Oh my gosh. Yes, it has. Oh, so nice to see everybody here. Ricky says, hello to everyone. Butterfly said, I did a personal reading that called my butt out. Yeah, dude, the energy. The readings, which is why I think it's good that we do a full moon reading today too, because the readings are like crazy awesome. The veil is so freaking thin. Just energies, spirits. I mean, I'm a medium, so I'm normally, you know, feeling spirits all the time, but it's like crazy sauce. Like it's up the ante just a little bit, plus all the other stuff and synchronicities and things where it's like, what? It's like that. Sherry Bug, hey, how are you? Sherry Bug says hello to everyone. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm gonna cast myself an elemental circle, and okay, I have my I have my notes here because this is going to be a little bit different, obviously, because it's not our normal live chat. It is a very special chat today with a lot of witchy goodness chalked into it. So we're going to cast an elemental circle. We're going to do a little bit of altar work. Feel free to join in. You know, if you guys are near your altar or you want to just maybe tap into the energy, that'd be fabulous. If you want to grab your cards, you know, for afterwards when we pull some cards, that'd be great too. I'm going to go into the Mayan date for today because we're starting a brand new Trecena today, which, you know, the Tolkien calendar kind of, it moves along with the lunar cycles. It is a lunar calendar, so hence it's always syncing up like that. I do have an herb for this super moon. Well, it's not really an herb, it's more like a nut, but and then I have a full moon spread for you guys. I'm going to do an elemental forecast so that way you still get more of a personalized reading. Today we're going to do a healing, and then of course I'm going to leave it open for anybody who wants to do super chats or super stickers. I'll pull some cards for you guys at the end, and then we'll do a closing and a thanks. All right, so here we go. Cooling off just a little bit. AC is on now. Fabulous. Edgar said, love the hand fan, need to start a collection. Okay, ground and center. Ricky says, I can never sleep well on a full moon. Yeah, same. Deadly creature, oh my gosh, long time no see. It says, be careful everyone, tonight was very bad luck with the full moon for me and others. It is normally a bad luck moon. Oh really? Says, I hope things go well with this moon. Oh, with the move, yes. So yeah, I mean, things have been going really well actually over here. So I'm having a good time with the energy. It's a lot of energy. Okay, so we are going to start off with our altar candle here. In order to cast our elemental circle, I'm calling in the element of fire to help to burn away anything here that doesn't serve our best and highest good, because like I said, everything's supercharged right now. Everything's Aquarius moon charged plus the super moon, meaning it's a little bit closer to us just in its orbit. Well, not its orbit, our orbit. Yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, so we just want to make sure that this area is clear so that we can do our readings, so we can do our altar work. And yeah, so let's go ahead and light this up. Jonathan, aloha, how are you? Good to see you. All right, burn, baby, burn. Here we go. Calling in that element of fire. Help to burn away what no longer serves us. And now, calling in the element of air. I have my little stick here. All right, we're going to use this element of air to blow through like gale force winds, smoothing the way for us, blowing away what no longer serves us. Anything that may impede our intuition this evening. It's a nice little smudge bundle. James thinks it smells like poor quality weed, but anyway. That feels so nice. And a little bit for you guys too. There you go. Soak that up. All right. Let's put this down over here. Bada boom, bada bing. And I have a little bit of storm water from our monsoons left over. This is also going to be used during our spell work this evening. Ricky said, my kitten deck is still my favorite, the one you showed me years ago. Fabulous. Nice. Busting out the kittens. Yeah, I can get on with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this watery energy here to just wash away anything, again, impeding our ritual here tonight. Oh, the water feels so good. But this being storm water, I just want to shake things up, clear things out. So hence why I'm using this particular water. Okay, so let's put that to the side. And then I always like to do a little bit of sound clearing. So I have my Tibetan singing bowl here. So let's go ahead and light her up. All right, you guys, let's do this. Let's see. Jonathan said, better now that I'm finally over having COVID and my Belize trip was magical, totally worth it. Oh yeah, that's right. You were off in Belize. You need to, maybe you took a bunch of pictures, but at least send me a few pictures. You know, I want to see the trip. Glad you're feeling better. You know, with change of season and everything, people, you know, maybe getting sick a little bit more often, especially because we're going kind of into late summer now, going into early fall soon, next month with Mabin. So, all right, okay. Whenever I do a ritual, so you guys are, this is going to be one of my actual rituals. I am sitting in front of my altar, so technically I'm still working at my altar. But this is something I got from the Witch's Moon a long time ago. It's the Gaia oil, and to me, I don't know, just really grounds and centers me. It has a lot of pine and cedar wood and things like that in it. And maybe you guys have your own grounding oils, but this is what I use each and every time I perform any sort of spell work or altar work. So I'm going to go ahead and anoint my hands at this time. Get my little palm chakras all warmed up. And even though I've done a dry brushing, like energetic cleansing every morning, I still like to at least just do a little bit, especially around my crown chakra and third eye, before I do something like this. All right, feels good, feels good. Okay, so let me put that off to the side. Jonathan said, going to the Mayan underworld was like having an Indiana Jones adventure. Dude, I am so jelly. First off, Mayans, hell yeah. Second, Indiana Jones, hell yeah. Okay, all right, so let's get to this. I am going to be using my wand here, so calling in the elementals of each of the 4 directions. Like I said, I'm borrowing this wand from Desert Cauldron. It's one that James and I created together. We have a dove feather here, beautiful Lemurian crystal. We have deer leather, elk bone, seashell from San Diego, and a high quality scolecite sphere, which is perfect, absolutely perfect for drawing down the moon. And please remember that with any items that are using animal parts for the things that we sell in our shop, they've been ethically sourced. You know, harm to none. That's, you know, definitely it's embedded in everything we do. So make sure that you know, our animal friends are our allies, so we want no harm coming to them. All right. Let's see. Ricky said, that sounds amazing, Jonathan. Deadly Creature says, I'll post on comments later about what bad happened. It would take too long to mention on your live. Okay, yeah, definitely. I'll read it for sure after the chat. Sherry Bug's like, hang on, lady. We go for a ride. All right, here we go. So, on this night of the full moon, I call in the elementals of the north to help us to cast our lunar circle today. For myself and all those who join us, either now or in the future, as energy knows no bounds. I call in the elementals of the east to help us to cast our lunar circle today. For myself and all those who join me now and in the future. I'm calling in the elementals of the south to help us to cast our lunar circle today. For myself, for those who are present with me now and in the future. Calling in the elementals of the west, help us to cast our lunar circle today. For myself and those here with me, both present and in the future. Our circle is cast. Let our work begin, and so it is. All right, you guys, are you ready? Like I said, if you guys would like to join in, maybe you guys are at your altar, maybe you guys just want to get into a meditation. This first portion is just going to be drawing down the moon, a little moon ritual ceremony. I have all my stuff here. Then we'll get into things some things that we normally do during our weekly collective reading. And then, of course, we'll do our full moon reading, all that good stuff, our healing, all the stuff you guys are used to. All right. Edgar says, I'm thinking of just moving out. All right. Spirit Messenger, hello, hello, hello. Jonathan welcoming in Sheila. All right. So, like Edgar, moving out on your own, like new roommate, no roommate. Bring the doggy with you. Nice. Okay. So here we go. If you guys have a wand you would like to utilize, you can utilize it at this time, but also know wands don't have to be something external like this. You are born with, well, most of us, little wands right here. So, hey princess, how are you? Okay. Let me get this in my power hand here. Behold the great lady who travels the sky. The stars shine around her and light up the night. Lovely lady, known by so many names, but known to me as Isha, with the Lord at your side. Honor and reverence I give to you and invite you to join me on this, your special night. Descend, my lady, and speak with your child. Listen to the words of the Great Mother, she who of old was also called among the people Artemis, Astarte, Ceridwen, Hecate, Demeter, Danu, Ishtar, and many other names. Whenever ye have need of anything, once in the month, and better it be when the moon is full, then shall ye assemble in some quiet place, and adore the spirit of me, who am queen of all witcheries, and thou who thinkest to seek not unless thou knowest the mystery, that of that which thou seekest thou findest not within thee, thou wilt never find it without thee. For behold, I have been with thee from the beginning, and I am that which is attained at the end of desire. Okay, and at this time I'm just going to place the lunar sigil on my hands, just with my fingers. Okay. All right, Edgar's saying, just need to get away from this roommate, can't get any peace with him. I just had to leave my room because of him. Hey, man, gotta find your safe spot, safe place, nice calm, so we can get down with some good stuff this evening. Sumi said, and so it is. Edgar says, it's been a while since I heard the charge of the goddess. Heck yeah. All right, so here we go. We're going to go into drawing down the moon. Like I said, you can use your digits as your wand, or if you have your own wand, please go ahead and join us, or just dive into meditation. Okay, for me, the full moon is going to be right ahead of me. Like if I could see through my walls, our moon is going to be right there. I call upon thee, Lady of the Moon. Let me share this time with thee, and let thy holy essence flow through me. Just making sure I'm not hitting the microphone. So I'm just imagining that silvery full moon energy coming down, down, down onto this 3D plane, moving through my wand, through the beautiful elements attached to my wand, and into my heart, filling my entire being. I call upon thee, great lady of the night, to bless this water I pour here in thy sight. Okay, so it being the full moon, this water is being charged. I'm placing it into this bowl here. I also have brought my rose petals. I'm going to place those rose petals in the bowl here. And these are actually roses that are from my garden back in San Diego. It's the last of my roses. Until I can create some new roses up in what will be our home in the mountains. I don't know if you guys can see. Obviously, I don't want to pour this out, but I just have my roses filled with love, obviously. And since they were grown by me, they have extra charge, I do believe, placed inside this water. In this water doth shine thy light, that it be consecrated in thy sight, cleansed and purified on this Esbat night. This water is blessed by thy sacred rite. Okay, I'm also going to be using a bit of salt, so I have some pure sea salt here. Through the lady hast all things their form, taking salt in the waters and lands of the earth. Through thy bright light I consecrate this salt to aid in my work. So I'm going to do 3 pinches of salt into my little bowl here. And 1 more pinch. There we go. Okay, so there's now salt with my moon water and rose petals. By the light of the moon, through the power of thy tides, a portion of thy power now herein resides. That blessed be this water. By 3 times 3, this spell I bind, that it be cast with the power of 9. For as I will, so mote it be. Okay, I'm going to turn it 9 times. With power gathered and sent within, the spell is sealed 9 times again. That adds together 9 once more, that with these 3 is 9 the core. So mote it be. I would also like to charge this with a little bit of my storm water from our monsoons here in lovely Arizona. Just adding a little kick to it. And of course, when we go up to the White Mountains this Saturday, which is why I'm going to be missing the weekend live chat, they're supposed to be having some thunderstorms up there, so I'm going to be able to collect some more moon water. So that's going to be awesome. Okay. Great lady, thy power I have shared. Thy knowledge thou hast sent me, unimpaired. Thou art the goddess of the witches, and the mother of all, who blesseth thy children whenever they call. Blessed be thy power, and may thy blessings be upon me, thy child, whom thou hast named. With love and honor twixt thee and me, this rite is ended, so mote it be. You are the mother of all, maiden, mother, and crone. You are at life's beginning and at its end. You dwell within us all, for you are life and love, and thus do you make me life and love. Love is the law, and love is the bond. And so it is. All right. All right, you guys, so that is our ritual. We still have our reading and everything to get to, so don't think I forgot about that. But I'll probably be using this for a little bit of moon divination as it gets darker, because it's not quite dark outside yet. But since it seems pretty clear outside, I should be able to see the light of the moon. So I will use the water to try to get the moon's reflection, and then I'll try to do a little bit of divination through that. So we'll set this aside. Da-ding, da-ding. All right, so let me go back here. I missed some of your comments. Spirit Messenger said, yes, it's me. Been considering contacting you, but don't want to do it on someone else's stream. Oh, for Jonathan. Miracles and Magic. Hello, hello. This is blessings to all. Sheila said, I love your wand. Thank you, thank you. And Sherry Bug said, oh, Celine. And Edgar said, the moon is still kind of low here. It's lightly covered by the branches. Yeah, our moon won't be higher in the sky until probably around 9 p.m. this evening. Jonathan said, Luna is a powerful goddess. It's still afternoon here. This is a good warm-up for my own work tonight. So mote it be. Sheila said it's 10:25 p.m. here in Maryland. Oh, wow. And what's her name said, your earrings are so cute. Just had to throw that out there. Well, thank you, thank you. Little moon earrings for my best friend. Jonathan said, and so it is. Sheila said, been subbed to you, kittens, for many years now. Can't always catch it, but glad to be here. Well, oh my gosh, welcome, welcome. And thank you so much. All right, you guys. Okay, so let's go into the next thing on our little shingy here. I'm gonna put this off to the side. Sorry, I'm gonna move things around because we got a lot of goodies for today. Okay. All right, so I did want to mention today's Mayan date. So just like when I do the weekly live chat, I always talk about the Mayan dates for the week, but I want to talk about the energy for today. So as a Mayan astrologer, I feel that I always have to kind of throw that in. So today is actually the beginning of a brand new trecena. Yesterday was pretty intense with that number 13, but today we have one Ahau, and Ahau is known as the sun god. It's I guess in translation it'd be known as like the hunter or the warrior. And there's a whole mythos that goes along with it called the hero twins. So during these next 13 days, which is technically 1 week in the Tzolk'in calendar, it's going to have a lot about illumination, being able to see things more clearly. If you want a light shown onto certain aspects of your life, different areas of your life, you can call on a house energy. And so today, whatever you're doing when it comes to moon work or drawing down the moon or whatever it is that you're going to be doing, if you want more clarity, if you would like more illumination or just a little bit extra oomph in your workings, call on the energy of today, which is one Ahau. So I am calling on Ahau to kind of help us through our reading this evening. Okay, and then I always talk about a herb for the week, but I want to talk about the herb for this evening, for the super moon. So what makes a moon super? Well, not that it's just like super cool, but that in, let's say, the moon's orbit, around us, and as we move around the sun, it's not a total sphere. It's kind of oblong. So the moon is technically what appears to be a little bit closer, so it's a little bit larger in the sky for us. This is the last supermoon of the year, so it's technically a lot more special, and it's put into the sign of Aquarius, which is an air sign, and So it tends to affect a lot of the air signs a little heavier, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising. I myself, I do have Aquarius in my chart, but it's not part of my sun, moon, or rising, but I am an air sign for my sun, and I am an air sign for my moon. So probably why I'm feeling things a little bit more intensely. Okay, but for the herb for today, something that I thought would be really good is coconut flakes. I know it's technically not an herb, it's a coconut. And this is the meat of the coconut. But whether you're using the coconut water, so you know, the liquid within a coconut, or you're using the meat of the coconut, it would be really good for any sort of protection or purification spells, or you know, anything of that nature that you guys are doing today. So that's on the magical side of things. So maybe you want to cook something with it, maybe you want to make some sort of incense with it, maybe you want to put it into a sachet and hang it somewhere in your home where you want some protection. Maybe put it near a window, hang it over a door, maybe put it under your pillow if you feel that you've been kind of the victim of psychic attacks as of late. I know a lot of people were talking about that. But on the health benefit side, coconut has a lot of benefits. The coconut water itself is high in potassium, so it has a lot more potassium than do bananas. So oftentimes my athletes, because I used to be a track and field coach for many years, and I was an athlete for many years, I would have my athletes drink coconut water instead of, I mean, sometimes they would drink Gatorade and of course just regular water, but they loved coconut water after practice because any sort of cramps, aches that they had, it was like an instant relief. And coconut flakes is also high in magnesium. So if you're gonna eat the meat of the coconut, it has a lot of benefits for bone health, magnesium health, just a lot of good stuff in there. It's got protein, it's got a lot of the good cholesterol, the good healthy fats in there. So you know, those people that are trying to regulate their blood sugar, the meat of the coconut is good for that. So a lot of benefits, also a lot of really good magical benefits as well. But just thought I would, you know, maybe put that out there for you guys, something to maybe work with. But also coconut is linked to the moon. It does have a feminine aspect to it, and it has moon energy. So maybe you want to do something with that this evening. Just thought I would throw that out there. Okay. Let's see. Jonathan said, how is my day sign? Yes! So today is like doubly awesome for you. Edgar said, that explains why I'm acting very rebellious lately. And Sheila said, I'm rebellious. Brought the wrong color roof from my townhouse, just waiting for the HOA. Jonathan said, I ate some beans and rice cooked in coconut milk for lunch. Perfect. And Edgar said, gah, I'm under puppy attack. He won't stop bathing me. Well, you know, I think those kinds of attacks are the best. Kitten attacks, puppy kisses. Okay, so let's go into our full moon spread. I actually chose a tarot spread from the Tarot of the Moon. Sheila's like, yeah, I can screw up anything. Hey, you know what? I would probably be super rebellious if I was within an HOA, because I kind of like to do my own thing. I don't like to be told what to do, you know. Anyway, so Tarot of the Moon, this is where our spread's going to be coming from, and this is by Victoria Constantino. So just in case you guys are interested in looking into this book. Okay, but the spread I'm going to look at is called Expanding Your Reach. Sheila said, love that. Let's see. For business owners, creatives, and anyone seeking to make their mark in the world in some way, expanding the sphere of influence can be one of the most crucial parts of growing a business, increasing a client base, obtaining recognition, getting buyers for artwork, and so on. Since I know that many of us are healers, tarot readers, we do a lot of things for others, whether it's our job or we're just doing it on the side. I figured this spread would be really good, especially since we're in the sign of Aquarius and we are in that super moon today. Edgar said, send me the info of that book. Is it good? I'm guessing it is. It is really good. It has kind of the major moon cycles of the year, and there's tarot spreads and spell work and a lot of good stuff for each of those moon phases. So I think it's interesting. Sheila said, nice. Are these cards that go with the book? I'm a tarot collector. I don't believe there's any like a particular set of cards that goes with this book, but I chose some moon decks. So thank you for reminding me. Let me know. Let me tell you what decks I'm working with. So I'm going to be using my Wallys World Oracle, which is a deck that I created along with our beautiful community. The link for this is down below in case you're interested. I'm also going to be using the Queen of the Moon Oracle, my Moonology Oracle cards, and these ones I've had for a long time. They come in this teeny little pouch. And this one is, gosh, I always mess up, the Moon Phases Oracle. That's right, Moon Phases Oracle. So it's just got little dark backings like this, but it's really fun, like watercolor art. So I'm going to use those as well. The little Moon Phases Oracle. I don't think it's in print anymore, but like I said, I got it a long time ago. Okay, little fan. Okay, and we begin. Let's see. Jonathan said, "What page is that spread on? I love that book." This is on page 136. Sheila was wondering if this is a Kelly pouch. No, this is not. This one actually came with the deck, so it's just a little felt pouch. Although I have always wanted to get a Kelly bag because her bags are just so adorable. Edgar says, "I have what is called the Moon Oracle. I can't connect to it. $25 down the drain." You know, I've noticed that happens sometimes. Sometimes you're like looking at it, it's got the most fabulous artwork. You're like, oh my gosh. And then you get it and you're like, no, okay, well, all right then. And sometimes it's just like that. And sometimes other things you're like, I'd never connect with that. And then you get it and you're like, OMG. Sheila says, very nice. I don't have any either. Yeah, you know, but it's on my list. Someday I will get myself a little Kelly bag. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a Wallys World. Edgar's like, hello, anybody home? All right. So I'm just going to ask Wally, which if you guys don't know, Wally is my little puma. I have a little panther and a little puma, Wally and Loki. They live with my ex-boyfriend back in San Diego, but they still are my boys. Anyway, this deck was created before we got Loki, before we adopted Loki. We just had Wally, and so this is Wally's World. So he is kind of hidden within each of these cards because he's not meant to be the main character. He's just your guide as you kind of move through these sacred places. So anyway, I'm asking him what the theme is for this super moon. Okay, looks like we have our card. All right, Wally, what do you have? Ooh, hey now. Okay, so this is a picture actually I took. I love taking nature photos, and I stayed out probably unwisely during a lightning storm in San Diego like over a decade ago, and I caught all these amazing lightning pictures. And interesting because this weekend as we go up to see our property again, because we're doing some house stuff up there, they have the most amazing thunderstorms, and right now it's like lightning city up there. So that's interesting. Little Wally Wallito is actually hidden down here. He's just checking out the lightning. Sheila's like, sometimes it takes time to connect. This is very true. Jonathan said, I love my Kelly Bear bags. Some of my favorite decks go in them. Ah. And Sheila said, beautiful picture. Well, thank you. All right, so let me tap into this. I do a little bit of channeling, so I'm just going to channel this image and see what the message is for us this moon cycle. Okay, the message that's coming through is to rise up. I was imagining that, you know, I mean, as we are electrically charged beings, but as lightning comes down from the sky, there is the energy that is within the earth that rises up to meet it. Instead of it just like kind of crashing into the earth, there is a meeting point where the two energies collide. And for this particular supermoon, this full moon in Aquarius, this is about us rising up to meet our power. We have so much potential inside of us. We have so much power, so much energy, the ability to manifest anything beyond what physics can comprehend. Of course, there is a 3D world, yes, but within that 3D world, there are so many layers that I've spoken about before, you know, dimensional layers. Obviously, we've been talking about the veil being pretty thin. It's just because we're seeing things that are always there. Just sometimes our 3D world, being as dense as it is sometimes hard to pick up on their frequencies and their energies. But this is a time of leveling up, of tapping into not that 3D nature, but that eternal divine nature. In the Mayan, they would call it your nahual, your eternal spirit. Not the anima, which lives and dies with the body, which many of us would know as the ego, but the nahual. And in this supermoon cycle, this is about embracing the real you, the eternal you, the one that you can connect to at any time, the one that is without fear, the one that grounds us, the one that holds us in love because we are the frequency of love. And if you've been feeling out of sorts lately, like things are just so different, you feel like you don't fit in quite right, like things are just off, time is off, everything else is off, then that's because you have been shifting and changing, possibly even shifting timelines. And you're asked to rise up during this moon cycle. That means activating those chakras, that throat chakra. Speak your truth. Speak what you know to be true. Everything that's coming down from your crown chakra, your third eye, your soul star. Activating that solar plexus energy, speaking from the heart. And grounding yourself in who you truly are with your sacral and your root and your ground star chakras. This is not a time to be meek. This is not a time to hide. This is a time for you to shine and be who you truly are. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna put that card off to the side so I can refer to it as we pull our cards for the tarot spread. So I'm gonna use the Queen of the Moon Oracle for this particular spread instead of my tarot deck. And here are the back of those cards. I love the images. A little glossy, but I don't mind. Okay, so let's see here. Edgar said, using Santa Muerte Oracle, I got will. Proceed towards what you desire without fear. Trust in what you learned and accumulated without fear or hesitation. Perfect. Okay. All right, so let me read off the 8 questions, and then we'll go through each question one by one. Okay, so here we go. Here are the questions. Maybe while you guys grab your decks, and if you are grabbing your decks, let me know what you're working with. We got Edgar over there with the Santa Muerte Oracle. How can I make more of an impact? Number 2, how can I expand my reach? Number 3, what talents, gifts, and abilities can I use to help me expand? Number 4, how can I apply these constructively? Number 5, in what ways do I need to reach beyond myself? Number 6, how can this help others? Number 7, what can I offer that is of the highest value? And lastly, number 8, where do I need to grow to make the greatest impact? Okay, so if you didn't catch all those questions, that's okay. We're going to go through them one by one. All right, here we go. Jonathan said that Queen of the Moon deck has been stalking me lately. I might need to pick up a copy. You know what? This one stalked me for a really long time, and I was just like, I just need to get it. So glad that I did. Okay. Let's go ahead and shuffle these up. I'm going to pull all the cards first, and then, like I said, we'll look at them one by one and go question by question. Okay. Let me scoot back here. just do, okay. All right. Okay, so for the full moon, Jonathan said the audio is crackling. It might be my necklace. Hold on a second. Just in case it's my necklace. There we go. And check this. Okay. Should be good, otherwise then it's probably YouTube's fault. YouTube. All right, Lily was also saying that the audio is choppy. Okay, well hopefully it evens out. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the very first card. Like I said, if you guys would like to pull cards along with me, that would be fabulous. The very first question is, how can I make more of an impact? So if you guys are pulling cards and you do want to share, let us know what cards you've pulled and maybe what your interpretation is. Lily's saying, no, it's still choppy. That might be a connection with YouTube then. There's been a lot of internet problems today, probably the full moon. So sorry, please bear with me. Jonathan says, I'm pulling out the Unfolding Path Tarot. Edgar's like, there you go. Oh, hang on. Oh no. Okay. So also, when I show you guys the cards, if there's something that you get in the cards that I haven't touched upon, please share, because this is what the live chat is for, as I see a mosquito in here. No biting me. Okay, so question one, how can I make more of an impact? And here we have the card that says Patience, Green Corn Moon. Okay. Okay, so how can I make more of an impact? The message that's coming through with Patience is, when we set out to help others, whether you are making art for others, whether you are a Reiki healer, maybe you're a tarot reader, maybe you're an astrologer, maybe you're a palm reader, maybe you work in counseling. Anything that you do, maybe it's not your profession in which you're helping others. Sometimes we want to see the results. We want to see, I tried to help somebody. I want to know. I want the feedback. Did it actually help them? We want people to respond quickly. We want to see the changes right away in someone else, especially, let's say, we're doing some energy work and you do some energy healing. Sometimes some things are seen right away. Sometimes people have to work on things, and as you know, as many of you are energy healers, as things are unblocked and opened up, it may take time for somebody to sort through those things and work through those things before they can start seeing the changes in their life. But sometimes we become impatient. We want to see that what we've done has made an impact right away. We want that feedback right away. But this is just the ego talking. The ego is the one that wants validation, that what we're doing is making an impact. What the higher self wants you to know at this time is that when you drop into your heart space and you just know, not from ego, but from higher self, from source, from your spirit, from your nopal, your eternal nature, you just know that what you're doing is for the best and highest good. And at any time, if there's feedback, you welcome that feedback. But that feedback isn't rushed. It'll be there when it needs to be there. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep trying to help as many people as you can in whatever way works best for you. And if at any time you become frustrated because you're not getting the feedback that you want as quickly as you want, or the comments, or being able to physically see what you've done, making changes in another person, know that this is just the frustrations of the ego. And once you know this, you can tell it to quietly be patient, because you already know that you've made a difference. All right, so that is patience. All right, let's see here. Princess What's Your Name says, I'm using my Dream Vision Tarot, very Aquarian vibes. Jonathan got the Wheel of Fortune for the first card. Edgar got the Seven of Pentacles. Work is still needed to see the results desired. Results. What's Your Name got the Nine of Wands. And Edgar said Princess. That's the Don't Surrender card. Your goals are close at hand. Nice. Very, very cool. I like how all of them just kind of fit in together. Cool. Like, that's awesome. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit of water here. My moon water, by the way. If you guys have ever drank your moon water, it's amazeballs. Just have to say. Okay. Going on to question number 2, and don't feel that you need to rush, kind of go at your own pace. But question number 2, how can I expand my reach? Okay, so if you're wanting to help people, how can you try and help more people? And here we have beauty in the waning gibbous. Oh, I love that. Beauty. Okay. In order to expand your reach, you have to let yourself shine. If you're hiding or throwing something out there and then hiding behind a closed door, how are you ever supposed to be seen by the people who need you most? When we say to let your light shine, we're not saying to walk around like a Leo 100% of the time. We're saying to ground yourself in understanding what you can do and how you can help. And with that comes a trust in your power. That's your solar plexus. This need to help others, well, that's your heart. But you need to express it. You need to let people know that you are out there by speaking it all the time. Maybe not always on social media or on the phone, but speaking it to people out in public, getting into a conversation with somebody and not holding back, letting them know what you do and why you do it. Many of us may feel shy, but remember that this moon is about rising up, standing up in your power. Remember, we said this is not a time for hiding. If you find this to be difficult, then this is also a time to try and step outside your comfort zone. For when we are confronted with stressors, things that make us uncomfortable, this is where we expand and grow, not in the comfortability of life. We can liken this to wanting to get physically in shape. It would be more comfortable to be wrapped up in a blanket on our couch watching Netflix. That's a warm and cozy place, but it's hardly going to help your body get into physical shape. That means stepping into a place that we may feel shy about stepping into, maybe a gym or going outside, doing something physical. And we feel that within the body, physically. It's uncomfortable. But this is where we find our power. This is where we grow. I'm not saying that everybody should start doing push-ups and arm curls. But this is something similar in our everyday life. Doing things that make us uncomfortable. Because that's where you see where your talents are. You get to see yourself shine. That helps to build your confidence. And thus you shine even more. You get more comfortable in speaking about what you do. Yes, it may be difficult at first, but over time it gets easier and easier and easier, and you shine brighter and brighter and brighter. Be gentle with yourself, but do not hide yourself. All right. Dude, I love it. The channeling, oh my gosh, the channeling is like so easy right now. Let's see. Edgar's like, I hope it rains tonight. It rained in the afternoon to gather rainwater on a full moon. OMG, gotta live it. Yes, dude, if we get some rain tonight, that would be amazeballs. Lily has the Sacred Rebels Oracle. Edgar has the Magician. I have the skills and knowledge to create and manifest my desires. The Magician is waving the wand at Seven of Pentacles. And Jonathan said, wow, I got the Magician for expanding my reach, and he's reaching his hands out to me with an infinity made from energy in his palms. Oh my gosh. And Mimi Lulu said, expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval or expectations. That's perfect. Edgar's like, you too, Jonathan? Yeah, you both pulled the Magician. That's crazy. Crazy awesome. Lily said, there are many options around you. Some are helpful, but others are distracting you from your truth. And Princess said, King of Pentacles reversed for card number 2, worrying less about how I appear to others materially and connecting on a deeper level with others. Perfect. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at question number 3. Question number 3 is, what talents, gifts, and abilities can I use to help me expand? So what talents, gifts, and abilities can I use to help me expand? Okay, let's see here. Ooh, we have the Thunder Moon. Change. Look at all that lightning, which we got in our theme card. That is so cool. And right now I'm thinking of AC/DC's Thunderstruck. Dun, dun, thunder. I was born. Thunder. Okay, all right. We'll tap into this one. Okay, so what talents, gifts, and abilities can I use to help me expand besides rocking out to AC/DC? So again, this was change. Many of you have the ability to rise like a phoenix from the ashes. We actually all have that ability, though some of you have done it more than others. There are many of us where, not once, not twice, perhaps several times, we have felt an upheaval in our life, perhaps losing our job, losing a home, losing our foundation and our stability, feeling like the fool all over again, starting from the very beginning. Many tarot readers may call this the tower moment. Things crumbling to the ground, the comfortability we once had, gone. And we must start anew. Yet each time we start, never looks like the last. And we grow a little bit more, a little bit wiser, more healing that we're able to accomplish, more shadows coming to the surface that we understand need to be healed. We also look at the world differently. We look at our fellow human differently. This is your talent. Some people talk about success and failures. But what does it mean to truly fail? In my opinion, failing is when we allow the ego to tell us to stay down. Don't get back up. It's not worth it. And thus we stop trying, even though our heart is telling us it's what we are meant to do. However, the moment we try again, no longer how much time has passed, and we step one foot in front of the other, to me this is success. And since you have been down and out so many times you have started over from the beginning, a novice, a page, all over again. working your way up back to knight, back to queen, back to king. You know what it's like to fully transform. You can help others with these lessons you've learned, this ability you have, this ability to connect to your heart, to not give up, to connect to that solar plexus energy. You can connect and help others who are going through a transformational process. You can be that guide, offering assistance when perhaps you felt like you had none. And although your assistance may not have been external, perhaps your assistance was internal. But now you can offer this guidance to someone else. Whoa, that was a big one. Change. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay, let's see. Let's go back here. Mimi Lulu says, I got storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. Oh my gosh. And then you've got this card here. That's awesome. Jonathan said, ooh, I got the Ace of Cups. My intuition is deep and my empathy complete. Princess What's Her Name said, Seven of Swords reverse, speaking my truth, vulnerability. And Edgar said, okay, Five of Cups, how do I read this? Helping people release their pains and sorrows so they may move forward and heal. Perhaps Cruella. No, that sounds good. Yeah. Being able to help people when they have experienced loss in some way, in whatever form that may have been. You know, if that's something that you have experienced on many levels, many different times in your life, you know, if somebody else doesn't have the experience you do and you have that experience, that's something that you can definitely help people with, you know. So interesting, very nice. A lot of lovely talents in here. Okay, let's see, going on to, like I said, if you guys are still pulling for the other questions, go ahead and, you know, keep pulling. It's okay, you don't have to be quite caught up with us. Okay, question number 4, how can I apply these constructively? Okay, so if for the change card, it was the ability to help people through their transformational process, well then how can we help people constructively with that? Or how can we apply it? All right, so let's see what we have here. We have wisdom in the waning gibbous. Edgar's like, can I be an ostrich and just hide my head instead? Oh my gosh, you know what I just watched the other day? It was Cargo. Yeah, and it takes place in, I believe it was Australia. It was like a zombie sort of apocalypse thing, but like the zombies, when they're in their dormant phase, they hide their heads in the sand. I mean, it's funny you should bring that up, is all I'm saying. Okay, so how can we apply these things constructively, these gifts and talents that we have? So like I said, we have wisdom. So let's go ahead and put that together. Okay, to apply your gifts, your talents, your abilities constructively, these things that we've mentioned here and that you guys have mentioned, these things are not taught in school. You're not going to find them in high school, higher learning, getting a PhD. It's not taught in a particular curriculum. Perhaps you learn these while you may have been going to school, but it's not specifically within a particular classroom or a particular curriculum. This is what we would call life's wisdom. And wisdom, yes, sometimes can come with age, but it actually has nothing to do with your age. There are people who have quite a bit of wisdom for all the experiences they've had by the time they were 16, which may be far more than somebody who was 62 may have had. So when you want to apply something constructively, look at your gifts, your talents, and your abilities as your life's experiences. And you're passing it on, not telling somebody what to do, but more in an anecdotal sense. This is what worked for me. This is what I did. And although the people that you speak to, the people that you try to heal or pull cards for, whatever it may be, maybe they might not do exactly what you did, but something about your life's experience will ring true. And this is why it is so important not to hide who you are. You may think, who am I? What do I have to share? That's just the ego and a lack of self-confidence. Because what you have to share is amazing. It doesn't matter what part of the world you come from, your economic status, your gender, the language you speak. In fact, the more diverse and unique you are, the better. So share that diversity, share those experiences, share your culture, share your wisdom for everyone, even if they speak the same language, and perhaps maybe they even look the same, will never be the same person. They cannot have the exact same wisdom. This is why it is so important that everyone on this planet share their wisdom, share their experiences, share who you are, who you really are, and not the person you think we want you to be. All right. Whew. My goodness. These are getting powerful, you guys. Let's see. Edgar's like, I was there with the zombies. Jonathan said, my fourth card is 10 of Cups, helping others find harmony and happiness and emotional fulfillment. All right. I like it. All right. Let me have a little bit more water here. Okay. Let's see. Princess, what's your name? Has the Ace of Swords. I feel like this is piggybacking off my last card. If being vulnerable is my talent, I can apply it by being confident and clear in my communication. And Edgar said, Santa Muerte Oracle again. Trying to get the pronunciation right. Huitzlipotli. Proceed calmly along the path you have chosen, but without presumption. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love these messages. Dude, this is why I do live chats. I love it. I love your guys' messages. Okay. When you guys get to it, I'm going into card number 5. All right. So card number 5. In what ways do I need to reach beyond myself? Okay, so this is maybe getting out of our comfort zone. In what ways do we need to reach beyond ourselves? And we have the waning crescent, release. In what ways do I need to reach beyond myself? Release. Okay. This is actually going off of, I think, what Princess What's Her Name was saying. I think Edgar brought this up. Jonathan. Many of you guys that have been pulling cards, I think it's right along the same or similar, not same, but similar lines. But this is all about releasing our fears, our hesitation in doing these things. The way you reach beyond yourself is to understand that maybe this is going to be uncomfortable. Maybe it's going to cause me a little bit of anxiety because this is something new. It's new ground. My ego doesn't know the outcome because it lacks an intuition. That's why we have an intuition, because our ego doesn't have one. It only knows what has been. And so if we've never done something before, there's no basis for the ego to apply itself. So it scurries away in fear, says, don't do that. That's scary. What if people ridicule you? What if they laugh at you? What if you're wrong? What if you don't help people? Yeah, but what if you did? What if you did help people? And what if people didn't laugh at you? What if people loved what you said? What if people embraced you? What if you helped so many people? But the ego doesn't think that way. So, again, when you feel the naysayer pop up, this is when we know automatically, oh, time to drop into my heart space, time to ground and center, time to connect to my higher self. Higher self, I need you to help me through this. It's uncomfortable, but because I'm in my heart space, I know that this is something I need to do. And this is how we reach beyond what we think we're capable of. I know there are quotes out there that talk about when we do things that are scary, it's not that we have an absence of fear. It's that we do them despite our fear. And so this is true here as well. Release. All right, amazing. Let's see what you guys have here. Mimi Lulu says, the high priestess, she's giving the keys. Then I got the 5 of cups. Release that sorrow. Oh my gosh. We got release. Wow. Jonathan said, 5th card is 5 of wands. I need to stop avoiding conflict and be willing to stand up for what I believe in. Edgar says, I got the Empress. Relax, enjoy yourself, have fun, allow yourself some luxury, and don't forget to be loving and abundant. Princess says, 3 of wands and 7 of cups reversed, getting clear on my goals and how those goals can benefit others and not be afraid to take steps forward. Hey, Celestial Sisters, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Happy full moon. All right. Oh my gosh. So cool. So cool. Oh my gosh. Like the synchronicities in our cards, like I love it. Okay. So how can this help others? This is question number 6. So first we're looking at what talents, gifts, and abilities can we use to help yourself expand, so like to reach more people, and then how could we apply that constructively. And now we're looking into how would this actually benefit people, how would this actually help people, although I think we've kind of already been touching upon that. Let's go ahead and pull that card, and that is self-reflection, waning gibbous. Celestial Sister says, I'm good, and you? I'm doing fabulous. Energy is a little cray cray, but I'm embracing it. Mimi Lulu says, and we are syncing with 5s and 7s too. I know, dude. See, this is also another reason I like to do the live chats, is because you guys can see, like, it's different when we're just pulling cards for ourselves and we're like, oh, okay, but like when you're pulling cards and other people are too, and you realize that we're all sort of in sync with each other, then we're like, whoa, wait a minute there, so that's awesome. Okay. So how this can help others, again, we have self-reflection. Let's see here. The more we step into our power, speak our truth, share our wisdom, our life's experiences, we are also listening to the life's experiences, the trials and tribulations of others. And the more we connect to others, the more we find ourselves in other people. We might find that somebody has had a similar problem as ours, perhaps a similar way of thinking, a way that we used to be, a way that we used to think. And this is beautiful for our self-reflection, because when we can see ourselves in other people, we can see how far we've come. And we know that we have something to offer that person because we've been there. So when we offer help to others, this is also a time for us to reflect, and we also offer aid to ourselves. We may say, oh, this person is going through something that I went through, but have I truly healed from that experience? Perhaps there's more healing for me. So not only are you healing that person, but you are healing yourself. And that's really what that number 8 energy, that in Mayan numerology, that red cord, that yarn that connects us all, that's when we see this. And we're seeing it now in the synchronicity of our cards. We're seeing ourselves reflected in each other. This is why we're pulling similar cards, so that you can see that you're not an island unto yourself. Although some people might be more introverted than others, you're still not separate from the rest of humanity. From all the animals, the plants, all the energies on this planet, we're all connected. All right, self-reflection, love it. Okay, Edgar's like, also be caring and nourishing like a mother on the Empress. Yes. Jonathan, with the HE double hockey sticks, I just got 5 of Wands as well. Jonathan's like, wow, I got the Queen of Pentacles for how it helps others. I'm a Virgo and I'm being told to help nurture others, which fits my path as an acupuncturist and tarot reader. Love it. Mimi Lulu says, tarot or abyss, Ace of Cups. I feel she's doing the opposite of an empath and she's shooting her emotions out in a huge wave. Princess got the 4 of Swords, healing and respite. Jonathan said, wow, Edgar. I know, dude. This is so cool. Okay, going into question number 7. This is our second to last card. What can I offer that is of the highest value? So of all the things we talked about, all our talents, abilities, and all of this, what can we offer that is of the utmost value right now? Edgar's like, help me by defending, which I do a lot. I'm a protector. Miracles and Magic says, your selflessness shines through. So inspiring. Oh, thank you. Okay, so here we go. What can I offer that is of the highest value right now? We have the flower moon blossoming, which actually the person in the picture looks like the May Queen. And I just watched the movie Midsummer, the one that is like set in Sweden or something. And it's kind of a horror movie, but also kind of pagan, but also kind of a horror movie, but also lovely with all the flowers and everything because it's supposed to be midsummer. So anyway, I just thought I would point that out there. I'm just watching horror movies in the summertime. Anyway, so what can we offer that is of the highest value? By sharing in which ways you have grown. It's okay to share and say, oh, in the past I used to do this, but this is what I'm doing now. When I used to do shielding and grounding, I used to do this, but this is what I do now. Back then, you know, I was just surrounded by 3D and, you know, I was filled with nothing but my ego, but something helped me to see that perhaps it was a particular person or event. And we share these things. You're sharing your experiences and how you've grown. I think that sometimes people are intimidated when they're first starting off on their path, whatever path that may be, because they think that, you know, perhaps somebody who is the same age as them, you know, that they have to be where they are spiritually, or I should be doing this now because of where this person is. But the more we share and say, you know what, I'm just a human being. I didn't start off doing all the things that I do now. Everything has been a progress. It's a slow progress because we're all on a path. And really there is no ending. Even with death, that's just a physical ending, but not the spirit's ending. It continues on. So we continue to blossom, we continue to grow, and that's why it is so important. That is the thing that is of the most value right now, that is of the utmost value, is to share your experiences with the world. Share your path. Where have you been? Where are you now? Where do you see yourself going? And whatever it may be, whether you're an acupuncturist, whether you do feng shui for a living, whether you are an accountant, whether you are a tarot reader, a librarian, it doesn't matter what you do for a living, share it. And if you are helping others in some way, share that too. If you can yourself spiritual, share that. Where has your spiritual journey been? The more you share of yourself, the more this really does help others, whether you can see it or not. If you connect to the heart space, you'll know that it does. It does help. So this is of the highest value right now, is that we share as much as we can our truth, where we've been, what we've done, what's worked, what hasn't worked. Not so that we can talk down to somebody, not so that we can say, now I know everything. That's not what it is. That's not why we share. We share because we're saying, this is what I did. Maybe there's something in what I did that maybe resonates with you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just gets you thinking, and that's enough. And that's why we do what we do. All right. Woo, I love it. Okay, the last card, I decided I was going to just kind of shuffle it on my own here. Let's go back here. Edgar's like, watch The Wicker Man. Okay, I will. Mimi Lulu said, raindrops, two people sharing an umbrella. Take a chance on them. Princess said, Six of Pentacles, balancing the scales, reciprocity, giving back. And Jonathan's like, no way. Card 7 is the Queen of Cups. I need to nurture the body and the emotions and the spirit. Dude. That, wow. I'm overusing the word amazing, but it is the most fitting adjective that I can think of. Edgar says, got Santo Muerte card this time. I need to make a firm decision on what things to cut out of my life or no betterment will come. Edgar, cutting certain things out of your life. Wonder what those things could be. Okay, so the last question is, where do I need to grow to make the greater impact, or the greatest impact? Where do I need to grow to make the greatest impact? So where in this being do I need to grow the most? Okay, let's see here. And this is our final card. Our final card of the evening is, okay. All right, what do we have here? Ooh, focus, waxing gibbous. Love that butterfly. Edgar's like looking at my roommate. Oh, Edgar, were you? I was totally not thinking of your roommate. Hey, you know what? Nothing against your roommate. Obviously, I don't know the person, but you know, sometimes certain energies, maybe they once connected, and sometimes they just don't connect anymore. And that's the transformation that takes place in our lives often. Okay, so what do we need to grow, or where do I need to grow to make the greatest impact? Let's see. This is interesting because in the past couple of days, actually, I've been doing like deeper one card readings on Instagram, trying to like write a lot more than just the 1 or 2 sentences that I usually post. Usually because I hold back, because I think that like sometimes people don't read what I say. And my boyfriend's been really like kind of nudging me and saying, you know what, he's like, you do all these like long-winded readings during your live chat. He's all, you can do it on Instagram too. And that's, he says, a way for you to be authentic. He says, like, you don't speak in one sentences. Like, he says, you just don't. Maybe that's my Gemini nature. I'm just talkative. And he's like, so he says, in his eyes, he didn't think I was representing myself as who I truly am, even when I just do my one card readings online. So that's something for authenticity to maybe think about. But also, I noticed that in the past couple of days, I've been talking a lot about the ego. And perhaps maybe this is just the energy, you know, that's coming up, that a lot of us are working on the ego. And a lot of us think of the ego as maybe like a villain or something to attack us, when really it's just something that, you know, is here for our basic survival instincts. That's what the ego is for. But however, our society has based so much emphasis on the ego that somehow it's become the boss of the business, when really it's just you know, the person keeping things running smoothly, like maybe the janitor in the background. You know, it's important, but it's not the boss of the company. You know, us being the company. So an area that we can work on right now is understanding when the ego is guiding us and when the higher self is guiding us. When we decide to do or not do something, who really is making that decision? Who's making the executive order on that? Is it the ego? Is it the higher self? When you decide, I am going to call or not call this person, I will or will not hang out with this person, I do or do not like this person, I will or will not go into this situation, who is making those decisions, really? So for our best growth at this time, we need to start discerning who is guiding the ship, who is at the wheel. And again, this is not to say, oh, you've been bad because you've had the ego running the show. Well, we're a human being, we're learning things. So if it has been, well, at least now you know. And now you're going to try to be more conscious of discerning who is making decisions. Is it my ego or is it my higher self? This is how we grow. It's not to get down on yourself saying, oh man, I've let my ego run things for, the past several years or the past several months. Okay, it happened. Can't build a DeLorean time machine, go back in time and fix things. So all I can do is start making changes here in the present. And that is good enough. That is the best thing that we can do, actually. All right. Oh, I love it. Okay. Wow. That was good. And again, the spread I was using was from the Tarot of the Moon, in case some of you guys missed this, by Victoria Constantino. So that was for our full moon, our Aquarius full moon, also known as the Sturgeon moon. Let's see, let's go back here. Deadly Creature said, I saw that movie also. Oh, really? Jonathan said, not surprised by my 8th card at all. 10 of Swords, my own thoughts or my own worst enemy. Mimi Lulu said, Knight of Cups, working on a ship, 3 cups in a row with the High Priestess, raindrops and storm. I'm getting a lot of water element. Got to think on that one. Whoa. Also, probably a lot of intuition, a lot of maybe expanding in different ways, the ways that you connect with the world intuitively. That could also be something, or maybe the way you connect with your emotions, maybe, Mimi. It says, Jonathan, it could be telling you whatever is mentally haunting you is finally over. And Edgar says, I got realization, understanding my nature and actions. Results are coming, and realization of your actions as well. Princess said, 3 fell out, Strength, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Also, speaking to ego and finding strength in being a student in life. I don't have to know everything or have everything come easily to me. So true. So many wonderful messages, you guys. It's been amazing. Okay, but we're not quite done yet. So let me just move these cards sort of out of the way. I don't want to put them away, but I just want to move them sort of out of the way because I want to get to the Moonology Oracle cards, because I want to do a little bit more personalized reading for this super full moon in Aquarius for each of the elements. So those of you that are fire signs, water signs, earth signs, air signs, let's go ahead and pull some cards for each of those areas. So maybe in the meantime, and by the way, if you're still pulling cards for the spread, go ahead and share them. I'll make sure I read them aloud, because I know sometimes people listen to live chats and they're not necessarily watching the live chats, hence why I'm always reading stuff out. But let me know what your sun, moon, and rising signs are. How many of you guys are earth signs out there? Got earth in the chart, air in the chart, water in the chart, fire in the chart. For me, I would be air, water, because I'm Gemini, Libra moon, and Scorpio rising. So, okay. But on that note, I am going to pull for, let's see, Edgar says, I was planning on getting the Moonology deck, still pondering. Let's see how they do. Okay, she's gonna do a little demo for you. Okay, so let's pull for the fire signs first. Okay, here you go, fire signs. Let's do this. Adjustments are required. 3rd quarter moon. All right, fire signs. I was getting a bit of stubbornness actually with some of the fire signs out there, that, since there's been so much fluctuation lately with portals and timelines and thinning of the veil and, super full moons and, all this stuff going on, all these energies, the Schumann resonance, which actually sometimes I call Schumann's residence, as if I could go knock on this person's door. But, all of this stuff going on, solar flares, all the stuff that we think of. And through all of this, sometimes our fire signs can become a little stubborn. Like, but this is the way I always do things, and I always go after things this way, and I always use my intuition this way, and I have always helped people this way. And when we're called to do something different, fire signs may be a bit hesitant of, well, that's not that I didn't do things like that before. Why should I do things? I know that I have always done things this way, but for some reason it's harder for me to do things the way I've always done them. Or how come my intuition isn't working the way it used to? And that's because new things are growing and evolving within you. So this is a time for adjustment for our fire signs, where if you've been called to maybe use your intuition differently, or perhaps to help in a different way, maybe even to seek a brand new career, who knows, maybe move, halfway across the world. If those inclinations have been coming to you, know that that is your guidance. And that this is a time for readjusting. This isn't a time for the same old status quo, business as usual. This is not that time. So yes, it's frustrating because it does take time to learn something new. It does take time to readjust, but just know that it is for your best and highest good at this time. All right, fire signs. Hopefully that connects with our fire signs out there. Hold on, let me scoot up just a little bit so I can read your comments. Edgar says, oh wait, Lily's got the little heart there. Jonathan said, I got the 3 of Cups, 2 majors, and 1 card, each for wands, pence, and swords. And Deadly Creature says, I read a book the other day about Akashic Records. It mentioned the higher self and the ego. Yes. For me, I've always thought of the Anima, which is, kind of in Mayan belief, the soul that lives and dies with the body. I've always thought of that as the ego, and the higher self as being like Art Nahual, our eternal divine nature, the one that is born into the body and lives long after the body is gone. Edgar says, I got the Emperor, which is Aries, which my roommate is. He needs to get better control of himself and take more initiative. Oh, Edgar's like, but me too, though. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Jonathan said, I also like looking at the bottom of the deck for a shadow card. I have 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Really? Well, that'll be something to ponder. Definitely. But yeah, I mean, you're surrounded by tons of abundance, but also maybe what to do with this abundance of energy that we got going on here. How can you use it to your advantage and for growth, maybe? Let's see, when will the suffering and poverty end for Aquarius? I don't know. I think it looks different for everyone, actually. So, yeah. But let's see, we could take a look into earth signs. I don't think I usually do earth signs last. So you know what? Let's do earth signs next. All right, so special message for the earth signs out there. You guys know who you are, my Virgos, my Cappies, my Tauri. Edgar's like, bottom card was the 2 of Wands, potential in the world. Interesting. I love it. All right, earth signs, we have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Beautiful. Take time to breathe out. Oh, earth signs. Oh, my little earth babies. So what I was getting with this one is I know that there's a lot going on. And oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes, the earth signs want to be the caregivers. They want to take care of people. They want to make other people's lives easier for them. They want to help them, they don't like to see suffering, as our friend came in and was talking about the suffering and poverty in Aquarius. You know, for an earth sign especially, I mean for all people, we don't want to see suffering and poverty, but earth signs especially, you know, where they see somebody is in need, they rush to their aid. How can I make your life easier? How can I help you? And that's a very noble thing to do, but oftentimes we may end up taking too much on. We may end up taking on this person's problem and that person's problem, that person's problem. And I'm not saying not to help people, no, quite the opposite. Help, but also remember to love and respect yourself just as much as you love and respect others. It's very hard to help people, more people, if you've put so much onto your back that you've weighed yourself down. You're getting yourself sick. You're getting tired more easily. You're not working at 100% capacity if you've been taking on other people's energy, other people's problems, day in and day out. A better solution might be to say yes to a few things that you know that you can manage and do okay with, but also maybe teach others to help themselves so that maybe you don't have to do everything for them. So this is where we can put up some boundaries, or even saying, I would love to help you, but I have a few things on my plate first. And if you're still needing my help after I'm done with those things, I'd be more than happy to, because of course you would. So that's where I get the breathe in, breathe out. Maybe it's time to release many of the responsibilities that you've taken upon yourself, my earth signs. All right, take time to breathe out. Okay, so let's see, let's go back here. Marble Maiden says, I'm water all across. See Scorpio and Cancer. Kayla said, hey, how are you? Princess says, my bottom card was the Hangman being stalking me all year long. Same old same. I need to continue to practice being still and patient and present. And Jonathan thinks that I'm calling him out. Edgar got the Hanged Man. You too? Says sometimes to help you need to take a step back, see the larger picture. Sometimes your presence must be sacrificed so one can grow on their own. Dude, I'm seeing some similar messages. Maybird is a double earth, Taurus sun, Virgo rising, Gemini moon. Definitely feeling the message. Been feeling knotted up inside, trying to do everything. So yeah, with this full moon, this actually is a perfect time for release, because we know we go into a disseminating phase. We go into the waning moon afterwards, where this is all about release. All that swelled up energy, everything that we've taken on, it's now time to, woo, let that go, baby. You could still help others, but maybe not take on the weight of the entire world. Okay, so let's take a look at our water signs, since some people were mentioning that they are water all across the board. So let's take a look at the water signs. Okay. Cancer, Scorpio. Don't forget the Pisces. Okay. Jonathan said Virgo sun, Taurus rising, Libra moon here, May. Oh, expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. This is for our water signs. Wada. Let's see this. Okay, so I forgot which one of you it was, but one of you had a whole lot of water in this reading, and I was kind of feeling into that. That this powerful change, I just see these rushing waters as it's time to clear things out. So for many of the water signs, and whatever placement you may have water, I'm feeling like there is a clearing out of the old to make way for the new, whether you have a hand in it or not. So it's almost like if the Tower card were a tidal wave coming in to kind of clear and wash things away. So it may at first seem like, oh my gosh, like what happened to this? How come, where'd this person go? Maybe something shook up at your job, maybe within your home life, and it's just like, whoa, I feel like I'm getting swept away. Like, what's going on? Know that this is for the best and highest good for all, for you and for those around you. Perhaps everybody maybe even in your job, in your home life, in your relationships, things had become stagnant. and it's time to clear out that stagnation to make way for all of the leveling up that you've been doing, and for everybody around you, all the new things that you've experienced, all the new skills that you have. It's time to utilize those skills. So yeah, this might be like kind of a whoa, things are a little bit different. You know, everything looks different, different people around me, I'm doing things differently. Kind of like we mentioned before with one of the other elemental signs. But this is for your best and highest good. So this is so you can grow, and so you can move forward, and so that you can shine brighter, so that you can do all the wonderful things that you're meant here to do in this present moment. It may not be something that you're doing 20 years from now, but it's definitely what you're meant to do right now in this moment. All right. Love that, water signs. Okay, so let's go into our air signs. Okay, air signs would be me. I have a lot of air in my chart. I have air followed by a lot of water, like a lot of Cancer and Scorpio and stuff, and then a little bit of fire, 0 earth. Let's see. Edgar's like, I got the 3 of Cups, a water card. It is time for enjoyment, good times, celebrate with others, coming together with others to share good times. Princess What's Her Name said Leo moon and rising Libra sun. Ooh, fire and air. I love it. Okay, so air signs. Here we go. Here we go. I'm excited about this one too. As you just said, Leo, right? Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Okay, here we go. And this is for our air signs. Interesting. This actually is tapping on the Instagram reading I did. I made a little post earlier this morning just about the Aquarius full moon energy. And something that came up for air signs specifically, because this is an air sign, you know, Aquarius is an air sign, although it looks like water. I know it's kind of confusing. Anyway, that sometimes we may have a tendency to do things our way just for the sake of doing things our way. And this is just kind of an ego thing. Again, you know, having more focus, discerning who's talking, who's making the shots here. Is it the ego or is it the higher self? That sometimes we may be doing something like, let's say for instance, I mean, obviously I have a YouTube channel, you know, I'm here with you guys doing a live chat. And let's say some people with the best of intentions, you know, the most constructive of criticism says, hey, Tara, maybe you can try doing this, this, or this for your live chats, or maybe you can make these videos. Have you thought about this? Or, you know, maybe even my loving boyfriend says, hey, maybe you can change up things this way. And there might be a knee-jerk response to our air signs, that all up in the head response of, no, why would I do it your way? Because this is my way. I've always done it this way. You know, I think I know what's best for my channel, or I think I know what's best for my business, or I think I know what's best for, you know, and this can get us into a bit of trouble, because how, again, are we supposed to grow and expand if we don't at least even take the time to listen to what the other person has to say? This not only gets us into trouble in our own expansion and growth, but also can get us into trouble in disconnecting ourselves from our fellow human, thinking that our fellow human has nothing to offer us, when they all do. Even those that we consider our enemies have something to offer us, some lesson to learn. And so, air signs, we're being called out to listen to those that we might consider the opposition, or those that have a different point of view than us. At least listen. Run it through your higher self. Let it run through your heart. Does this make any sense to me? What part of this could I use? Could I tweak this a little bit? If it doesn't resonate, then at least you mold it over, and it didn't become that knee-jerk responsive, but I always do it this way. I'm just going to do it this way because this is my way. That's very egotistical. And again, I'm not saying that you're a bad person or anything, just that we need to recognize when the ego has decided to go into the boss's chair instead of our higher self. And if we can recognize this, that's progress. And that's beautiful. But we do have to look at when our pride is getting in the way, when our ego is getting in the way. Whoa. I'm getting called out. Okay. Let's see here. Princess says, LOL, that's basically what my cards told me in the last spread position. That message is strong for me today. Deadly Creature said, water cancer here. And Edgar's like, HE double hockey sticks, got the Emperor again, a father type figure. He ensures all is running well and that all are safe. A man of desire and passion. His will is without limits when it comes to his passions. Wow, look at you. Nice. Okay, let's see. What else did I have cooked up for us this evening? Oh, going into our healing. Are you guys ready for that? Okay, so at the end of all my chats, whether I'm doing a monthly zodiac readings or I'm doing my weekly readings, I always do a healing at the end. And you know what? With this full moon, let's do this healing. So I have my little tongue drum here. I'm going to place that right here. And I'm going to guide you guys through just a little 5-minute guided meditation. All you have to do is just find a nice little quiet, relaxing spot. If you want to lay down on the bed, sit on the couch, sit in a chair, sit on the floor like me, just find a place that's comfortable for you. We'll do a little bit of embracing and releasing, plus, all the other intentions that you want. Any of the things that we read today, whether it was our friends in the chat or me, anything that connected with you, what are your intentions for this full moon? What do you want to do with all this energy? Because there's a lot of cray energy out there. What do you want to do with it, and what do you want to release? Okay, so these are the things to think about. All right, so I will do a little bit of music towards the end. I wouldn't consider myself like a pro on the tongue drum. I just go with my intuition. But I will do a verbal guided meditation with you guys. Edgar's like, I need a selenite bed. That's how much healing I need. You know what? I need a rose quartz bed. I think that would be nice. A little hard, but that's cool. All right, you guys. Find a nice, comfortable spot, either lying down or sitting down. And just make sure that your spine is as straight as possible. You want to make sure that it is like the tree of life, this column of energy to both give and release, receive and release. And I want you to bring your awareness towards your breath. You can close your eyes at this time if you feel called to. Just feel the rise and fall of your chest. Start to feel your shoulders. Are they up near your ears? And release them. Let them relax. We have enough on our shoulders. Give them a break. Let your neck become malleable. And since we were talking about water energy, let's imagine moon water. Moon water, as if somebody was pouring moon water over our head. And as that water trickles down, we relax even more. Let it relax over your face, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your arms, all the way down your forearms, all the way down to the tips of your fingers. Let that water rush down your body, all the way down your back, through your hips. Let that water splash and roll down your thighs, your knees, your legs, and your feet. And as that water rushes down, you relax even more, knowing that you are protected and you are surrounded in the moon energy. You're surrounded in love this evening. I'm going to call you to focus on that breathing. And we're going to take a nice, full, complete breath in. It means inhaling not only into our lungs, but also into our diaphragm, into our stomach. That beautiful life energy that we receive from the other energies on this planet. Plants, the algae of the ocean. all these energies provide us life. Let's breathe that in. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Breathe in that gratitude, and now we're going to release. Full release. Let that belly button hit the spine, and as you release, know that that breath becomes the life for something else. They transmute it into something that they can breathe in. So let's breathe in again. Let that life force energy fill your entire being and release. And on your next inhale, I want you to focus your intention on the moon. What are your intentions this month? What do you want to bring in? What do you want to step into? What kind of power do you want to exude? What truth will you speak? Think about all the messages this evening. And as you breathe out, think about what you wish to release. This full moon is a powerful releasing time. What do you want to let go of? Is it situations, beliefs, old ways of doing, old energy? Use your breath cycle to help you with your intention and your release. And as you do this, I want you to ground and connect in a way that works best for you. Grounding yourself in Gaia as a reminder that you too are Gaia. You are not only her child, but you are also her. And bringing down that source energy, that divine, eternal nature, that Nahual, and realizing your divinity, your eternal power, that you're not just a Terran being, but you're also a divine one. What other being on this planet can boast such a thing? A duality of two worlds, as above, so below, as within, so without. Continue your intentions and your release. right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed our live chat this evening. Like I said, I won't be able to be with you guys on Sunday because I'm going to be up in the White Mountains doing stuff with our property, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I thank you so much for everybody who joined, pulled some cards, everybody who's going to watch this later on. If you did enjoy today's live chat, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. But I really appreciate you guys being here. This has been a magical evening for me as well. Also, I do have the my little Moon Faces Oracle, just in case anybody wanted me to do one card draws now that we're at the end of our live chat. So if you would like a one card draw, just I just ask for super chats or super stickers. There are some people that also like to do a little PayPal donation, and then I pull a card, but it's totally up to you guys. I will also do a closing of the circle, and then yeah. Little wish for our new moon, our full moon, sorry. Let's see, Edgar says, I'm surrounded by puppy and kitty love. Okay, I just went from self-healing to doggy spa in less than 3 seconds. Started giving my dog a neck massage. Aww. Lily, you are very welcome. Mimi Lulu, you as well. Miracles and Magic says, thank you for this lovely live. We are all enjoyed so much. Thank you, thank you. I enjoyed this so much. I thank you guys really, really, truly from the bottom of my heart. This is why I love doing live chats. I love connecting with you guys. I love hearing what you guys have to say. I love when you guys pull your cards as well. This is amazeballs. Jonathan said, ha, same here, Edgar. My dog jumped into my lap and she was kissing me for the meditation, and my cat curled up next to us. Aww. Princess said, thank you. Oh, I always enjoyed being here in the chat when I can be. Well, we were happy to have you. All right, Lily, thank you so much. So let me know, Lily, if you have a particular question or if you'd just like me to pull a message from this super full moon energy, I'd be happy to do so. Let me kind of move this out of the way. And then, yeah, after our super chats and super stickers, we will close up that circle. I'll do my thanks and yeah. Okay. So let's see, let's go here. So yes, again, let me have a little bit of water. Lily, let me know if it's going to be like a general reading, full moon reading, card, or a particular question you have in mind. Good stuff. Full moon energy. You got it, chica. Okay, here we go. All right, Lily, what do we got for this Aquarius super full moon? We have Christmas moon. Interesting. All right, Lily, let me dive into this one. I was seeing this as the act of giving. And as I tap into your energy, I just see this giving nature, although I don't think you think of yourself in that manner. I think you're just like, oh, well, I just do what's nice, like, of course, like I remember people's birthdays, like, of course, I remember, anniversaries, and I remember, like Christmases and Yules and things like that. Of course, I remember these things. But what's second nature to you means the world to someone else. And this wonderful giving nature that you have on this Aquarius super full moon, I ask that you do something that is a little gift for yourself. I know that you're constantly thinking of others' well-being and doing things that you know would make them happy, but what would light you up at this time? What would make you happy? Let's turn this around. If you were Lily giving to someone during this full moon, what would you give them, knowing that they were just like you? What would really light you up? What would really make your evening, your day? And maybe it's something that you offer energetically. Maybe you're an energetic healer, and maybe you want to do a little bit of that energy healing for yourself. Maybe you're somebody who wraps physical gifts and you're very artsy and craftsy. Then I ask that you do something just like that for you. And yeah, sure, get out the wrapping paper, make it pretty, give it a bow, And yes, we know that you're going to be taking it, ripping off that paper, but this is a gift for you. So yes, it can be a physical gift, but it can also be non-physical as well. And I don't think that you gift yourself often enough. You may think that maybe, oh, I get too much for myself, or I do too much for myself, but really, do you? Because this is all about giving to yourself this evening, this super full moon. And it does last for a few days, that energy. So think of something nice that you would like to do for yourself. And don't skimp, because you wouldn't skimp on others. Don't cut corners, because you would never cut corners on others. Give it the whole shebang, just like you do for other people. It's a repeating message from your higher self. Oh my gosh, coming in loud and clear. All right, you got your work cut out for you. It's gift time for you. All right. Ooh, my goodness. Jonathan said, thanks, I'm going to get going. Goodbye, everyone. Bye, Jonathan. Miracles and Magic says, this was my first chat. We joined with our family. You are everything we needed. Please inform me about your next. How do we find out? Oh, usually whenever I'm going to be doing live chats, I always post it ahead of time. So usually I'll do a post on my my channel page, so like my actual channel page. You can click the notification bell, and it'll let you know that there are upcoming live chats or that there's videos that I put out. So yeah, those are just a couple of ways. But yeah, I'm usually always posting like, hey, I'm going to be doing, live chat here or there. But usually every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I usually do my live chat. But today's live chat, I did a little bit extra because I know that I wasn't going to see everybody on Sunday because I'm going to be out of town. So usually I try to do something if I'm not going to be here. But normally you can usually catch me every single Sunday, 10 a.m. And usually by the end of the month as well, because I'll start doing the elemental readings for the following month. So Lily was wondering if I am on Patreon. Yes, I am. Actually, if you go into the information box down below and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see how to become a patron. It'll take you straight to my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/kittens, weights, and tarot. So anyway, or you guys can also take a look at my YouTube membership. That's down there as well. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and close up this circle. So I'm going to take my beautiful Skolasite wand once again. And let's thank those elementals at the north who helped us out with our circle today. Thank you. Thank you, elementals of the west, for helping out with our circle today. Thank you, elementals of the south, for helping us out with our circle today. And thank you, elementals of the east, for helping us out with our circle today. Circle is closed, but the circle still remains. As above, so below, as within, so without. Merry meet, merry part, merry do and meet again. And so it is. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I have my candle still burning here. So let's go ahead and make a full moon wish. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3, make your wish. And so it is. Yay! Thank you guys so very much. So I want to thank everybody who came into the chat today, everybody who participated, everybody who's going to watch, everybody who gave this a thumbs up, who shared this video. I want to thank all of my subscribers. So thank you. We're actually pretty close to 9,000 subscribers. So I always do something very special. I always do a giveaway and everything whenever I hit a new subscriber point. So we're almost at 9,000, which is crazy because I remember when I was like, dude, I have 20 people. There's 20 people that actually want to listen to me. And now there's freaking almost 9,000. That is crazy sauce to me. Anyway, but super grateful. Okay, so I do want to thank my YouTube members, so Susie and Lisa and Kayla, Heather, thank you so much. Also to my patrons, so Syrian, Brandy, V, Samara, Kirsten, Kayla, Jason, Charles, and Brian, thank you very, very much. All right, you guys, I will catch you later. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your evening. Have a wonderful Aquarius super full moon. All right, peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.